Hi guys, welcome back to Astrophotography Quest. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get images like the Hubble. Now, first of all, that involves narrowband filters like the clip-in H-alpha by Astronomic. This is a 6nm H-alpha clip-in. There's also telescope versions available too. Let's get into all this right now. There are three filters that make up the Hubble palette, and that is HA, S2, and O3. HA, or hydrogen alpha, basically is the most popular, being on the green spectrum of the wavelength. Now there are images that are called HA-RGB, which act as the red channel. In a sense, these filters act as RGB, but a very specific spectrum of the RGB. So like, this is why they're called narrowband filters, is because they're very narrow on what they capture. They don't capture the light pollution, they just capture what you want to see. Mainly for nebulae. They don't capture much of galaxies, unless of course the galaxy has a ton of nebulae in it, a ton of HA more specifically. Nebulae are mostly what it can do. Now there is three things you can do. You can either do HA, RGB, which is basically just H-alpha combined with RGB data, and this makes it for a really enhanced image, but it doesn't get you those pretty colors like the Hubble like you want. If you want those colors like the Hubble, you would have to do either a bicolor, or you'd have to do the Hubble palette, the full Hubble palette color spectrum, which is, of course, HA, S2, O3. Bicolor includes hydrogen alpha and O3, which is oxygen. These are basically the different elements of most nebulae. Now, these filters are best used with a monochrome camera, but there are clip-ins for DSLRs, like the one I just shown. Now, these filters are very expensive, usually, if you want to get a good one. There's different band passes of them that have different wavelengths. That way it doesn't get too dim, but it also doesn't get too bright to the point where, you know, of course, it adds light pollution and stuff like that. What you want to do is take three different sets of images, one in HA, one in S2, and one in O3, and you want to take probably at least 2 hours of each. For these filters, I recommend getting a filter wheel, an electric one specifically. That way you can automatically switch the filters out through the night. Now these filters will make much smaller stars, and they will make the nebulae pop more. But what's interesting enough about them is you can do it in full light pollution in a full moon night, which is really cool, especially for those light polluted sites. That is something you just can't get with a broadband filter, which is basically like an Optolong L Pro. And that's basically it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you like my content, please subscribe. Are you thinking about getting an HA filter or any filters? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, until next time, clear skies.